Day 62. That's the vibe I get every time I walk around this light. I didn't film much outside today, but we did our rounds on the walkable parts of the city. And here's me on a rock. One day I'm gonna run into one of these skunks. There's like 3 of them that walk around here, and they're like little landmines. Letting the sun come out, we headed to a cooler location. This summer is brutal. Trying my best to increase my strength stat, I started to exercise. If I don't do it in the morning, I won't be motivated later in the day to drag myself to actually get into the gym. We're back in the garage. So that video I filmed earlier this week, the one with the painting, put it right here. The camera angle I want the camera to not be coming from the side. I want it to be coming from a top-down view. So that's what we're building today. I basically need a 7-foot rig that I can attach the webcam to point straight down instead of sideways. I don't know if any of this makes sense, but that's what we're doing today. Starting with the layout, I laid down some wooden posts. So I repurposed from that lamp I built, and they had some screws in them that were stripped, so I was trying my darndest to take them out, but it was very hard. The metal I used, or the metal in the screws, was very soft. Not wanting to use screws again, I nailed it together. To connect the top post, I actually used a screw. I didn't think I would have enough room to put multiple nails in, and I didn't want it swirling around the place. This is where we were so far. I tested it to see if it would snap with me wiggling it around. Using a spade bit, I bore out a hole for the base. And then I planted the flag. And then I realized that I made it way too large. It's too big! So I started on my second attempt. Get that out of here. Let's try the new one. It fit, but it was way too top heavy and kept falling over. I gotta beef up this base. Much better. Eventually, if you keep reinforcing stuff, it'll eventually work out. It's not that stable, but it's stable enough to hold a little webcam. So I'll put the camera here, and then it'll look straight down at what I'm doing. Let's go put everything together and try it out. After setting up my jerry-rigged studio, it was time to see if the rig would work for what I wanted. The wires were in the way, so I used Velcro straps to keep me from running into them, because I will bring this entire thing down. And this is the setup. It's a little scuffed, but it worked exactly how I wanted it to. The idea here was to be able to see the subject more, and with me still in frame. It's a bit scuffed, but like I said, I'll eventually get it to the way I want, and it'll eventually look better. I just need to keep improving on it. Well, since I already have this set up, we're gonna paint again. But I'm gonna go get actual acrylics that aren't watery like those, because that was my big issue, is it was just going all over the place. It was taking way too long to dry. So I'm gonna go get some acrylics, and then we're gonna paint again. I know I already did this, but I really enjoyed the last time I did it with Bob Ross. I don't know why I'm squinting all the time. And I did not record the audio for any of this. I am still a rookie, but my original idea for this painting was to paint a death skull from the game Dark and Darker. It's the only game I've been playing recently, and it seemed like something that would be easy to paint. While I was painting this, though, I realized I don't have the skills to paint detailed, like, objects. I don't really have any skills, but that's, I gave up on trying to paint a big, giant death skull. So I ended up making a cave with some small ones around it instead, so you can't really see the detail. I really enjoyed painting the other day, and I'll probably keep coming back to this. It's really fun. Well, that didn't go as planned. I wanted to do one of these, but really big, in like a castle setting, but I kept messing up, so I turned the castle into a cave, and I just put 3 little ones on top. It's not great, but I'm still learning. I'm gonna practice when the series is over, because I actually do enjoy painting. Switching to thicker paint, because the acrylics I used before were like watery, and these are thicker, made it much easier to actually paint. It's time to type. All right, so I had to retake the test because it froze halfway through it, but I got a 37. Hello there.
The Polar Express.
It's one of the greatest of all time.
Horrible.
Yeah, but think about like the product of its time, dude. Like, it's a good movie.
It looked bad even at its time. I remember thinking
this guy's got some hot takes. I cannot believe the things that he is saying right now. The Polar Express is one of the greatest movies of all times. It's a classic. Okay, you're not gonna announce that you're putting down a trap?
You're gonna walk into it no matter what I do.
So, what have we learned about traps?
They're useless because you will get rid of them.
Correct.
If I bring in 2, I know deep down in my heart that one of them will go to you. So I bring in 4.